Hey guys, ItsHexical here, and today we're going to be checking out a keyboard Epomaker sent out, the TH66. This is a 65% keyboard kit, and it has a similar layout to a GMMK Pro, except it's missing a few keys, just like how I'm missing a few subscribers. So if you're watching my videos and not subscribed, you should make sure that you hit the subscribe button. So let's free this keyboard from its prison and see what we're working with. Inside the box we have the manual, and then the keyboard itself underneath this plastic hardcover and wrapped underneath this bag. You also have your typical keyboard accessories like your USB-C cable, a keycap and switch puller, and your wireless dongle. Checking out the specs of this keyboard, it's got some pretty interesting features for the price point. And addressing the elephant in the room, yes, it has the beloved knob. Other than that though, it's also filled with foam from underneath the spacebar to between the PCB and the plate and between the PCB and the case. It's got plate mounted stabilizers and they come factory lubed, and the lube job is actually pretty decent. You get your choice of Gateron Pro switches, and I got Pro Blacks. I couldn't find much info on these switches, but I do think they're factory lubed, so if you know more about them, comment below. Of course, this board is 5-pin hot swap, so you can throw any switch you want into it. It does have south facing sockets on most of the keyboard, but unfortunately the top row is north facing. Other small features are 3 modes of connectivity, USB-C, Bluetooth 5.0 and 2.4. It also obviously has RGB, and it has software where you can program the keyboard. A big selling point for this keyboard is the mounting system it uses. It utilizes a mixture between a tray mounted system and a gasket mounted system. This gives a bouncy feeling when you're typing, but it also allows for a more stable typing experience. Finding a keyboard for $90 that utilizes a system like this is going to be hard to find. And considering it actually delivers on what it's advertising, I'm quite happy with it. The whole keyboard is held together just by clipping together, besides a few screws between the PCB and the plate. Between that and the EVA foam that it has a really nice typing experience. Let's talk about the keycaps. It's no secret with most of the budget keyboard kits that you buy that the keycaps aren't the highest of quality. This is the main reason why when I'm looking at keyboards like this, I always factor in the price for new keycaps. Honestly though, Epomaker really delivered on the keycap set that comes with this kit. The profile they come in is called MDA, and I'd say it's kind of like a low profile SA. They feel really nice to type on, and they scoop my fingers pretty well, and they also feel nice to game on. The material they're made out of is PBT, and if you don't know, PBT is generally considered a higher quality material than what's typically used, which is ABS. These keycaps aren't double shot, they're actually die subbed, but they are still pretty thick, which I think is a really nice quality to have too, especially if you're really looking for acoustics. Overall, these keycaps are really nice quality, and I wouldn't have a problem just using these ones and not buying new keycaps. If you are looking for some new keycaps though, without spending a ton of money, I just want to plug my website ItsHexical.me because I have a huge list of budget keycaps that are nice quality and easily accessible. You can view all of them by the store that's selling them, and I try to update it often, so make sure to bookmark it and keep an eye on it. Now that I've gone over the basic features and the features that really make this keyboard worth it, let's go ahead and do a quick sound test. And now here's a sound test with lubed Epsilon switches and Drops SA Oblivion keycaps, which were sent out to me for this video. So, with a few different switches, I've noticed that the sound profile of this keyboard is definitely deeper and more, dare I say, thocky. One of the reasons for this is for sure that this keyboard's packed with foam, but another reason that I think it is this way is because of the mounting system they use, which is going to lead me into the next part, which is typing feel. Typing on the TH66 honestly feels pretty nice. It's nothing like the GMMK Pro where they claim it's gasket mounted, but the thing still feels like you're typing on a solid brick. Now, does it feel like I'm typing on a gasket mounted board that cost me $200? No, absolutely not, but I don't think that's the point. The whole thing definitely has a very flexible feel to it, but it also just feels more sturdy, which I'm honestly a huge fan of. At the end of the day though, it's your preference for what you want, and if you're looking for a truly gasket mounted feeling, I wouldn't go for this board. But if you are looking for something that's a little more flexible than your traditional tray mounted keyboard, then I think this is a good option. It's a great way to figure out if you're more into the flexible feeling keyboards or not, and not spend a ton of money on a gasket mounted system. Time for the big question. Do I think the TH66 is worth the $90 price tag? I'll be honest, I've looked at and reviewed a lot of keyboards in and around this price range. Royal Kludge, Wormier, and many other brands, and out of all of them, this one has impressed me the most by far. I could honestly use this keyboard right out of the package, and that's the thing that's really eye-catching to me. You're pretty much spending the money on what you would a budget keyboard 3 months ago for a pre-modded keyboard now. You also get some decent keycaps with the keyboard, which would definitely cost you like $30 to $40 if you bought them yourself. There's a lot of great budget keyboards out there, and I'm not gonna knock any of those down for this one, but I absolutely think this is worth $90. I fully believe as the custom keyboard community grows, these types of budget keyboards are gonna be more common. Epomaker's leading this trend with their series of the TH keyboards. They don't just have the TH66, they also have multiple other form factors in this series, which is another nice thing to see. They're even offering bare bones options if you don't want the switches and keycaps to make it a little bit cheaper. So for just $90, you get nice keycaps, pre-lube switches, pre-lube stabilizers, a form of gasket mounting, and you also get foam in the keyboard. I'd even recommend this keyboard to somebody who just wants a keyboard that works because it just sounds so good and it's cheap. I haven't even touched on the modding potential of this keyboard and what we could add to make it even sound better, and I might be doing that in a later video, so comment down below if you're interested in something like that. If you want to buy this keyboard, there's going to be a link below in the description, so make sure to check that out, and if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I also have other keyboard videos that you should check out if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching, see ya.